Welcome to the stream where I style a wig. Oh, nerve-wracking, but hello. Hi everyone. I am here. I am just getting my gloves on because I hate hairspray on my hands. That's one thing I hate, but hello! I am here, hello! Hello! This is weird. It's a weird angle. I've never streamed at this angle before. It's a whole new angle of Riri. I am in this room, I'm sorry, but, the microphone is here. I'll try to pull it a little closer. Is that better? For me, it's in front of the, like, it's right here. I'm touching it right now. Right above. Gunk. But hello! Hi, how are you guys doing? Are we ready for some wig styling today? Oh my goodness. It's wig styling day today. I have never, done this before on stream, so it's a little bit scary. I don't want to get too close to the wig. But hello! Hi! 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 How are we doing today? Are we excited about hair? Hello, I am. I am a little bit nervous though. But welcome. I hope you're doing well today. Today we are going to style my wig for my Sophie Roy cosplay from this bed we made. Shall I put a picture up? Maybe I should. Because for those who join in later or who have not seen the This Bed We Made streams, it might be nice to have a reference image of what we are going to be doing. I'm gonna save this image, put it in the stream, and cut and resize it. There we go. We have an image. This is what we're doing today. We are styling my wig to look like that. Would you guys prefer it here, maybe? Is that better? A little nicer, huh? This is my wig. This is my wig head. Say hello to my wig head. She says hello. Hello. This is my wig stand. It's old, as you can see. And this, I pinned the wig to her. You can see, I might not take her off because she's filled with toilet paper to fit the stand. I use a Coscraft wig stand that has been mounted to my bookshelf right here. And this is my wall. Wow, spaceship wall. Wow. You guys have never seen that wall before. Hello, spaceship wall. Do we see the RGB lighting? That's my PC. I can't turn that off. So we're gonna have to deal with it. Hello, RGB lighting. Hello, wig head. This is my wig head. I've been using it for ages. I have another one, but it's worse off than this one. It's old, and I pinned the wig to it already, but as you can see, there's like duct tape here. That's because this wig head is much smaller than my giant head. I have an enormous head, a giant big ass head. This is my head size. Head size reveal. Head reveal. My head size is big. I have a big head. So I once made a ponytail wig. And I had to have a wig head that was my size. So I wrapped my head in plastic wrap, and I made a wig head that is exactly my head size. So this is my head size, and because this is a lace front wig, and I shall explain that later for those of you who don't know what that is, I use this size head. Lace front means, as you can see here, maybe, it has some lace at the front, hence the name, lace front. Lace front wigs have a separate hairline that looks very realistic, and you usually use these wigs for hair that has been like slicked back, so you get that realistic look. Like the hair is really, you can kind of see it here. I can't really zoom in, I'm sorry. The camera is fixed and I don't want to move it because it already fell like 3 times. It's a nice hairline that looks very realistic. Now I can hear you think, Riri, what the fuck? Sophie has bangs. You don't need a realistic hairline because the bangs are going to be in front of it. Yes, yes. But Sophie has another thing, which is ears, that she tucks her hair behind. Her hair is kind of like pulled into 2 tiny ponytails, like this, and it pulls back here. So, as to not see my sideburns, I decided to get a lace front wig after all, so it would look more realistic once I wore it. Problem being, and also the thing that I'm gonna do for the first time today, is make a fringe or a bangs in a lace front wig that has been styled backwards, because as you can see, this hair naturally would like to fall backwards. Not my favorite part, but we're gonna have to do it. So that's the main goal today, is get the bangs in, but probably we can style the whole thing. This is a brown wig. I got this wig from wigisfashion.com.nl.com. I don't think they're a Dutch site, but they deliver super quickly, at least to the Netherlands they do. You get your wigs in a nice silk bag, and they take care of their wigs really, really well. They're wonderful wigs. The size of the wigs is very nice because it fits my giant head. And the wig quality is just very good. So yeah, before we really get started on the styling, I will talk you guys through what tools I use. It's kind of, can you hear this? Is this like kind of ASMR-ish? Or is it not really? Anyway, I use this tiny comb that I got from my grandmother. It has like this pin thingy so I can easily separate hair. Very nice. And I can comb through this hair easily. Usually you don't want to comb hair too much or wigs too much, but I will do that anyway because I don't listen to rules. This is what I like to use. For cutting, I'm going to use these scissors. They are tiny, they are sharp. I also have thinning scissors, but I'm not a big fan of the thinning scissors. I'd rather do it myself, so I'm going to use these scissors to cut the bangs. I use Got to Be Glued. This is non-sponsored. God, I wish. I've gone through millions of these. The smell of this hairspray, it just... It awakens a certain kind of stress in me. This smells like convention stress. Convention crunch. Con crunch. That's what it smells like to me. So, yeah, this is what the con smells like to me. Then I have this thing that I might not use today. I don't think I will use it, but I did want to show you guys just in case. This is a crimp gun, or crimp, not a gun, but like crimper. As you can see, it has like this zigzag pattern. What it will do is, just like a straightener, like a hair straightener, like straightening iron, this will punch the zigzag shapes into the hair. And I usually prep all my wigs with this, which means I will do all of my wigs, like crimp them entirely. It takes hours. I put on a show, I do that to all my wigs, so they are easier to handle. But because Sophie is such a non-anime and a very realistic character, I decided not to do it and just brush through the hair instead, so it gets kind of this fluffy texture, instead of the super silky smooth that you get with a crimper? Whatever. And I think brushing will just do the trick. I also have my straightening iron here. This is the one I use every single freaking day. So it's been used a lot, but it also gets used on my wigs. And for the sake of this wig, I have these very tiny hair bands, these elastic hair bands that we'll use for the ponytails later on. Little ponytails. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start with like combing through the hair, honestly. I would suggest doing this to all your wigs when you get them the first time. Is just comb through or run a brush through, because there will always be some loose hairs that will come out, just because that's how wigs are made. There's always gonna be some fallout. It doesn't matter, it's not a big deal, but I like to take that out beforehand, before I start working on it. Right now, all the trash is tossed on the ground because I still need to vacuum, so I will do that after stream. But it's a messy process. Styling wigs is a messy process. I hate the feeling of having hairspray on my hands. So I found out last year, oh my goodness, that if you use gloves, you don't need to get the hairspray on your hands? Wow, revolutionary take. I know. But ever since, I've been wearing gloves while styling my wigs because I don't know, it's a sensory nightmare to me to have hairspray on my hands. and then the hair sticks to it and everything. It's a sticky process, it's a messy process. You will get lots of tiny hairs everywhere, and yeah, it's I would say not my favorite part of cosplay, but I do really like styling wigs. I'm gonna take sip of my water. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm still kind of dealing with it, a little bit. Just because, you know, that's how the cold goes. My throat is still itchy. Other than that, I'm fine. But yeah, we're brushing through the wig, and then we're gonna separate it in a bit. No, I should probably get my hairpins out too. I forgot about those. But the wig is nice and soft. It's a little curly. We're gonna straighten that out later, and make it look the way we want it to look. But first, we'll cut the bangs. Just a second. I'm gonna see if I can find some. I have some hair ties here, and I also have some hair clips. I just use whatever I have on hand. Today that happens to be these and this guy. First of all, what I'm gonna be doing today is separating the hair so I know what to use for the bangs. Sophie has bangs that aren't too long. We'll decide the length later, but they go back pretty far. So I'm thinking somewhere like here. Probably I'm gonna separate the hair like here and see if I can get a nice hairline going. Separate the hair easily with the back of this comb. You could also do that with your fingers or just with the front of the comb, but the back, I find the back much easier to use. Back a little bit more. I'm not a hairdresser, by the way. It's, this is just what I've learned through, I would say, almost 15 years of cosplaying. By doing cosplay for almost 15 years. I'm gonna stand up and check the top of the wig. I can't really see it while sitting down. Can already see a little problem that I would like not to have, which is that the wig starts there, and I wouldn't like that to be visible later on, so I'm gonna separate it a little bit more and see if I can cover the parts that show the inner workings of the wig, as it were, that show it's a wig, show like the sewing, the line where it was sewn together and stuff like that. And then I'm just gonna try to make it even. I always find separating to be the hardest part of starting to work on a wig, honestly. I find it the hardest part. And after this, it should be smooth sailing. Honestly, this is not the wildest wig I've styled ever. It's a pretty simple wig, but I thought it would be perfect for a first wig styling stream. Maybe we can do this more often in the future if it goes well. And if it doesn't go well, then we won't. Alright, I now have separated the front and the back. Not entirely the way I wanted. There we go. It's a little better. I'm gonna let the sides down a little bit more, I think. And to be able to pull that back later. And I'll do the same on this side. Ooh. So it's, ooh, sorry, bumped into my microphone. I'll see if this is kind of even. I can add a little more on this side after all. Maybe this. This looks quite even to me. Right? It doesn't have to be perfect, but as perfect as you can get it. I'll tie this off real quick, just so we know what goes into the fringe in a bit. Sophie's fringe is pretty thick, like her bangs, fringe, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty thick. And I'll tie the rest of it back because we're gonna style that later. I'll comb it back in this case just because it's curly and it will stay better if I comb it back a little bit. Sometimes I just put a messy bun in it or a messy something. It doesn't need to be perfect. We're gonna untie this later and then style it, so it's just to get it out of the way. And it doesn't have to be pretty. A very thick wig. There we go. A little bun in the back and business in the front. Alright, so in order to style this wig, I'm gonna turn on my straightening iron because we have a little bit of a situation here where, like I said, sorry, this wig naturally wants to go backwards, but we want bangs. Most wigs that we use for cosplay are synthetic wigs. Depending on the quality, they can or cannot handle heat. I get, high quality wigs. It sounds very bougie when I say it like that. Sorry. It sounds very bougie when I say it like that, but I try to get high quality wigs so I can use heat on them, and I can use hairspray, and like I can use my straightening iron and stuff like that on it. If you have a low quality wig, they might be very plasticky and they might melt when you use heat on them. So you want to avoid that. You would like to avoid burning down your wig, I assume. So if you want to get a wig that you want to use heat on, try to get a wig that is able to resist heat. Heat resistant wig. It will say on the wig or on the website where you order whether it's heat resistant or not. My straightening iron is not on its hottest setting because that's really hot. Yeah, and plastic fumes can be toxic as well. Exactly. So, for this, I've never done this before, so it's gonna be a little bit of a tryout. I think what would be best in this case is to start front to back and start with a little row of the front hair to straighten it forward like that. All right, and then slowly we'll go bit by bit. Hi Silent Shannon, welcome, and hi Lunatic. This is the better artificial hair. This is not, this is synthetic hair. This is not real hair. I got a synthetic wig. The thing with wigs is, when you straighten them, when you heat them up, because it's synthetic hair, you can kind of mold it into place. Watch your freaking hands when you do this. I have burned my hands many a times. The goal right now is to get it to sit forward as flat as possible. So, technically you could also do this with hot water, which is like pour hot water over it and let it dry or blow dry it. But I don't have the time to do that today. So we're just gonna run my friggin' straightener over it. I might do even smaller portions, so it will stay forward better. But the straightening iron is my best friend when it comes to wig styling. It's very hot, but when you heat it up and then press it down this way, you can see now the hair will fall forward. Yippee! And as long as you leave it forward or hold it forward while it's cooling down, it should stay in that shape. Be careful if you want to wash your wig though, because it might reset the process if you use hot water. Oh, just a second. Just a second. I just saw my cat run into the bathroom, ready to drink toilet water. No, 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 no. No. So I had to stop him real quick. It's parting in the middle now. Yes, it will be fixed. Will definitely be fixed. We're gonna make it look as close to the image as possible. And this is always where I struggle the most. It's hot. Where I struggle the most, because you need to have freaking patience here. And as you guys know, I am the most patient person in existence. But even for me, this is hard to have patience for. I always try to get rid of the straightening part as quick as possible. But with heat like this, you could also, for example, make curls in a straight wig. So if you, for example, you want to cosplay someone who has curly hair, but you can only find a straight wig in the perfect color, you can use heat to curl it. It can be a curling iron, but you can also use a straightening iron. And then twist it around something circular or cylindrical and curl it. I won't show it right now because I don't have anything that I think would be safe to use for that, and I don't want to show you guys the way I usually do it, which is by twisting it around my finger and just burning my hands, because this is a safe stream and we're gonna do it the way it's supposed to be done and not the way I usually do it. So this is a learning stream for me too, where I need to learn to be safe. It's with his potty mouth. Yeah, for real. This cat, he just wants to drink toilet water. I don't understand. What's so good about toilet water? There's flavor to it, I guess. And there we go. Next little bit. I'm just gonna go little bit by little bit. Boop. Some also twisted around the straightening iron. They do. I will say that works better on real hair than on synthetic hair, because if I were to do it on synthetic hair, I'm gonna show you. Wah, 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 wah. Because it stays hot for a while, and it still moves while it's hot. So you'd have to hold it in shape until it cools down. That works best. But curling iron sometimes works. I have never used one on a wig though, because I don't have a curling iron. Push it down. Hope it stays down. Oh, I might need to take even smaller pieces. I must have patience. I have a lot of patience. Okay. Pull it down. You can see here that I put a pin in, and I pinned the wig to the head. The head is made out of styrofoam. And I did that so it wouldn't move as I work on it. So I don't accidentally pull it off the stand, or it holds its shape. I'm gonna have to style this a little bit more. Pull it down. Wait for it to cool off. Let it go. This is just a very long process of straightening the wig, hoping it sits down, looking at it, thinking, nope, that's not what I want, and then just go down, 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 down. Yeah, real hair doesn't necessarily need to cool down to keep the shape. Real hair will keep the shape a lot easier. So, with synthetic hair, it takes a lot longer. It really needs to, cool down to hold the shape. Which can be very annoying and very time consuming. You guys' head is just as soft. What am I supposed to do with that information? Stab y'all in the head? With a pin? Would you like your heads to be pinned? And also, and this is also something that I don't like, but it's a fact, the bigger chunk of hair you take, the harder it is to like properly straighten it. As you can see, I took a very big chunk, not working that well. So I have to separate it into smaller chunks and be slower with it. And probably also, I could set the heat a little bit higher. The heat on my straining iron. This hair resists heat very well. Now, if you want your wig to stay smooth and not have like any knots or get frizzy or whatever, what I like to do is like crimp it with the zigzag one, this one that I showed before, because that helps against like knotting of the wig, but also, and this is where it gets unhinged, I was told this by another cosplayer once that had a very nice smooth ponytail wig, and I was like, how do you keep that ponytail so smooth? And she said WD-40. I was like, what? What? WD-40? And she was like, yeah, WD-40. Not even kidding. Just put oil in there. I was like, what? And then I tried it. It freaking works. It freaking works. It freaking works. So, WD-40 for all your long wigs. I have a pink wig for my Maria cosplay from Arakawa Under the Bridge. And I will do, I will put WD-40 in that one. I will also be crimping it. If you guys want any pictures of that, you should remind me. And I might send them in the Discord or post them on Twitter. If I remember. Definitely can be hotter. Ooh. Oh, thank you, Deuces. I hope you get your power back soon. A power outage. That's not great. We once had that in high school, and I had somewhere to be, and my locker, we had electronic lockers, so none of the lockers worked, and all my stuff was in my locker, and I had somewhere very important to be, and I couldn't open my locker. Man, the stress I felt back then. Oh my goodness. Alright. We're gonna slowly try to get this part a little bit better. Push it down. Oh! Something happened. I touched the button, the on and off button on my straightening iron, and it turned off. That's why it wasn't working. It was still warm, just not hot. I was like, why is it still curling here? That's not supposed to happen. I pressed the on and off button. Anyway, you don't know that. You're just imagining how much work it would be to style a Yuririn wig. Yeah, I think styling a wig according to my hair would be hell. You don't know what WD-40 is. WD-40 is, like a lubricant for, like, for example, like, your bike or something. The lubricant to... That I know, I usually use it on metal, if not on wigs. It's a lubricant, like, kind of an oily substance. But you need to oil something, you know? To make it run better or something like that. That's what you use WD-40 on. So, but I use it on, it's silicone spray. Silicone spray. Like, silicone spray. It's a brand of silicone spray. But honestly, just any silicone spray will work. Just as long as it lubricates. But it will also make things greasy. The nectar of the gods for hinges. Yes, hinges and anything noisy. Hinges, that's the word I was looking for, yeah. For hinges, indeed. Okay, it's hot again. Use it in bike repairs or like doors or anything. It's been used on my spaceship door a few times when it wouldn't properly close. My dad likes to use it all the time. So, yeah. Alright, now that my straightening iron is hot, it's working again. See? Yippee! Okay, next batch of hair. See how slow we're going? This is gonna take a while, guys. Wig styling is no joke. Usually I think, oh, I can whip this out in like an hour. And then I start doing it and I'm like, oh, this is gonna take half a day. It's a very time-consuming process that doesn't seem like it's very time-consuming, depending on the wig. This one in particular doesn't seem time-consuming at all. Neither does my Maria wig from Arakawa, but I'm afraid that they are both very time-consuming. Maria as well, because I will have to crimp that entire thing, and crimping takes freaking years off my life. Oh, WD-40 is in itself is not a silicone spray. I use the silicone spray one for wigs, that is. But this just shows how much I know about WD-40, which is not a lot. I just know it lubricates my wigs and keeps them smooth and nice. It is going well though. I was a little worried because I had never done, never styled bangs into a lace front wig before. But in the pictures that I saw of this wig, like review pictures, like customer pictures, they showed a wig that was styled for Tracy Turnblad from Hairspray. And that one had bangs. So I was like, okay, so apparently it's possible. And they used this model wig for it. So I trusted the customer pictures. I was like, I'm gonna trust what other people did, and I'm gonna do that too. Oh, it's very hot. It's very hot. Hot hair. Look, that's going well. It's a little bit frizzy, as you can see. But that's okay. Alright, next part of the wig. Again, and just a little. Oh, that's quite a lot actually, but we'll see if it works. We shall see if it works. Might have to go over it a few times. I'm not burning my hands, you are. I burn my hands all the time when I style my wigs. I used to be really into wig styling, and now I'm like, oh, whatever. As long as it works, it does what I want, I'm happy. But I wouldn't say I'm really into it anymore. I do have a few cool wigs though that I styled. Maybe I can show one of them in a bit. It's the one that I took off this wig. It's the ponytail wig that I did. That was probably the hardest wig to style so far. I cosplayed Lore Master from Helltaker with that one. Definitely hardest wig to style. Very uncomfortable to wear as well. But it worked out beautifully, so, you know, can't complain. So yeah, I just hope that this will look good. It's been a while since I did a more realistic style cosplay like this one. I usually cosplay like anime characters, like, you know, the regular anime or game characters that are like the anime or manga-ish styles. And this is very outside of that comfort zone, I guess. So it's a totally new thing again. I've done a musical cosplay before. I've cosplayed Barbara from Beetlejuice. That was like the musical version. So that was, I think, one of the most realistic cosplays that I've done. I've done Amy Pond from Doctor Who as well. For my brother. Because he was really into Doctor Who. I never really watched it. I watched a few episodes with him, but he wanted to cosplay the Doctor, and then I was like, okay, I'll be Amy, I guess. It'll be easy enough. So I cosplayed Amy to cosplay together with my little brother. We're definitely gonna need some more hair on that side. Alright. But those are about the most realistic cosplays that I've done. I usually do the anime ones though. Cutesy ones. Although Sophie is rather cute, right? Like, Sophie from this bed we made is kind of cute. So yeah. We shall see how it turns out. I hope it goes well. I guess the musical version of Barbara's hair would be much easier to style. Yeah, although it was also a lace front wig. My experience with lace front wigs is just, the thing is you have to glue the lace to your forehead, or as my friend once said, your foreskin. I have a friend, I'm still friends with her, who cosplayed Suki from Avatar, After Last Airbender, and she had a lace front wig for that. And then she stayed over at my place for a bit, and she also had a lace front wig, so she glued that wig to her forehead. And when she took it off, she accidentally ripped the part of her skin at her forehead. So she said, "Oh, my foreskin!" And I was like, "What the fuck?" She was like, "Yeah, I ripped my foreskin." I was like, "What? You did what?" And now every time I talk about my forehead in any sort of way with like friends that were there, I say, "Oh yeah, my foreskin." So I'm gonna glue this to my foreskin and hope I don't rip it off. with like skin glue, but it can be very sticky and very rough to get off if you don't have any remover. Have I cosplayed a male character before? I have, but I no longer really do that. I did when I was younger. I cosplayed Armin from Attack on Titan. Who else? I didn't do a lot of male cosplays. I've done some cos tests, like closet cosplays for Ray from Free. I have, no, that was a female version. I cosplayed a female version of Rin from Free. Who else did I cosplay that's a male character? I've done a makeup test once for Germany from Hitalia. But I did, just saying, I didn't look the part for any of them. Maybe Armin, but I have a very round face. So, the very, like, manly men did not at all look good on me. And I didn't like binding. I don't like binding still. I don't really cosplay men anymore. I don't think it suits me, and I don't like doing it. So I will probably not cosplay men again anytime soon. Alright, now that it's styled forward, I can kind of see if I separated it evenly, and the answer is no. I'm going to take a little bit more hair here. I'm going to have to separate this bun. Binding, no binding, which means if you have booba like I do, and you want to look flat, you can get a binder, which is like a very tight top that pushes your breasts against your chest and makes your chest look flat. Not to like brag or anything, but my booba are quite big, at least for binding purposes. They're not like ginormous, it's just they're there, and it hurts. And you can't breathe very well. Yeah, it's hard to breathe. There's probably better binders out there that I should have gotten, but I didn't, so, you know. It was never a very comfortable experience for me to cosplay men. I once almost passed out because I couldn't breathe while wearing a binder, and I ran up a flight of stairs. That was a very bad thing. Yeah, it's like a corset, but for your boobs. Yeah. Like a corset for your booba. It's a good comparison, yeah. It just makes your booba look flat. Oh, I've also done a closet cosplay of Taito from Vocaloid for a music video. Very, very long time ago. Oh, you watch My Dress Up Darling. Oh, they talk about binding in My Dress Up Darling, obviously, yeah. It's about cosplay too, right? My Dress Up Darling. Yeah. Cosplayed those. I don't remember if I cosplayed another male character. Not a lot of them, at least. I've cosplayed Hanji from Attack on Titan. It's a non-binary character, right? It's not male, but like a non-female character. Oops. But that was way before we knew whether or not Hanji was, like, what Hanji's gender was. So a lot of people assumed that they were female back then. So I didn't bind for that cosplay back then. Oh, My Dress Up Darling is about a guy who knows how to sew but doesn't know about cosplaying, and the girl can't sew but wants to cosplay. Really? I didn't know it was about that. That sounds cool. Sounds good. Alright. Kind of separated the wig a little more. A little better, I think. Okay. Let's see. If it's even. Or if I need a little more separation. Probably on this side it needs a little bit more. Maybe. Yeah, maybe like this. Maybe not. Separating wig is hard. I hate separating the hair. like I said, I find this a very hard part of styling a wig. Especially in this case, because it doesn't have a clear, like, bangs. A clear bang separation. Because it's not supposed to have bangs. Sorry. But this looks even. Kinda. Yeah. Okay. Tying the rest of it back again. Am I gonna do the red dress version of Sophie or the regular maid outfit? I'm just gonna do the maid outfit that she wears during the game. She luckily has the same hairstyle. God damn it. Oh, that cough is really annoying. My throat is very itchy. Okay. Let's style the last bits forward. Or at least get them into shape. They don't all have to be like exactly forward anymore. A little bit to the side is also fine. We kind of get that natural shape in there. Ow, that is hot. There we go. I think this is good, yeah. All right. Now, the exciting part, the part you've all been waiting for. Cutting. We're gonna have to cut the wig. We're gonna have to cut the fringe or the bangs or whatever. Do you call it a fringe or bangs? What would you guys call this? I feel like a fringe is just this part, and then bangs is also the side part, right? Isn't that true? Maybe I need a little part extra. Just this part. Just this little part. Bangs is the only term you know. You've never heard of fringe. Really? Ha! Good hair. Thank you, Pecunia. Thank you, thank you. I'm styling that wig. We're getting it done. Oh, it looks so nice and smooth now. I'm so happy this worked, like getting it forward. I was really nervous about this. I thought, what if it doesn't work, you know? You hear the word bangs more often. I guess we'll use the word bangs then. I'm gonna pin this back too. I feel like this is like one of those like bangs cutting videos on YouTube, you know, where people cut their own bangs. The only difference is I'm not cutting my own. All right, now we do an interesting thing, which is I'm obviously not wearing the wig right now. So how do I measure how long the bangs need to be? Also, this is very thick, so it's gonna be, ooh. I take my fingers and I press my index finger against my hairline and I put my thumb where I want the wig, the like thing to be. And as you can see in the picture of Sophie, her bangs are not that long. She has like kind of like this mini bangs, like the micro bangs. So they're gonna be above my eyebrows, which is for me about this size from the hairline, that is. So about to the lace, as you can see. Should be to the lace. If I cut it to the lace, a little over, I can fluff it up. Definitely, her bangs fluff up a little bit too. So we're gonna cut them a little longer, probably like here, so we can take off pieces later on. This is always the scary part, where you start cutting in the wig. But first, we're just gonna cut across. We'll like even it out later. Again, I'm not a hairdresser, and this is always the part that I fear, so... And I fear that if any hairdressers see this, they are cringing! Okay. Well, cut the initial thing. It's like nice and not straight, as you can see. Because I can't. But all we're gonna have to do is just make it straight, make it kind of reach here a little bit less, and then thin it out a little bit, and then like style it. And this is always the messy part, because this is where all the hairs are gonna fall onto my floor and onto my legs, and everything is gonna be one huge ass mess. But these scissors are very sharp and also meant for hair. That's the only thing I can say, is like I can recommend getting a pair of scissors that is meant for cutting hair, because it will make the cutting process a lot easier. We're gonna cut them straight across first, and then we'll thin them out and like style them later on. Careful not to cut in the other parts of the wig. Just try to make it as straight as possible. And we'll do the other side next. I haven't cut straight bangs in a while. It's definitely been a while. Yeah, it's so much easier to use like hair cutting scissors than like craft scissors. So yeah. But usually during wig styling, I like to put on a show to watch, something comfy, like watch it on the side, or maybe YouTube videos. I'm curious, have you guys ever cosplayed? And if yes, have you styled wigs before? And how did that go? Because I can remember my first wigs. I still have them as well. Not great. I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna blow in her face so we can kind of see. You have not. Ooh. I've never cosplayed before. It's one of the things that I wanted to do for a really long time when I got into anime, and then I didn't know like what cosplays were used for. I was like, okay, and then I'll have a cosplay, and then what? I didn't know about conventions until I used to be on like online forums and stuff like that. Until someone there asked me if I was going to this con, and I was like, what's that? And she told me about it, sent me the website, and then I went there, and I immediately went in cosplay, because I saw that event, and I was like, oh, this is my chance, this is where I get to cosplay. This is where I get to do that. Alright, so now I've cut it. It's not even yet, don't worry about it. It's also not where we want it yet, but we're gonna have to fluff it up a little bit. And in order to do that, I'm gonna burn my fingers, probably. You watch movies while styling wigs? Kinda. I usually watch just like YouTube videos. You think styling wigs is one of your best skills? Really? Nice. I thought it was my best skill when I was younger too, and I still think so. Actually, I still think styling wigs is probably my best skill. But I'm improving still, and I'm improving every single time I cosplay. Can take a little bigger pieces of hair this time. We're gonna fluff up the wig, kind of curl it inwards the way that Sophie has it. As you can see, if I just curl it with my fingers, it will kind of stay in that shape. And this is why we cut it a little longer, because if you curl it, it will look, or not really become, but it will look a little shorter. I usually watch YouTube videos while I style wigs. Or when I'm in a call with people, I just chat with them. Stuff like that. Oh. This is my least favorite part, is curling, or like curling bangs inwards. Because it's, honestly, it's a mess. It's hard to do, especially on shorter hair. And it burns my fingers so bad. Try to kind of like shape it into that curl shape with my fingers. Ah! I don't want to do this, but I have to. I have to. Yeah, starting on a new skill is always the hardest part. That's true. It's always the hardest part. And here we really see that, like, as long as it's hot, it will start holding the shape that you put it into. You can kind of exaggerate the shape. It's easier to take out a curl than to put it in. So usually I try to kind of exaggerate the shape a little bit. And then as we brush it, it will probably, like, fall together again. Yep. Like that. Okay. It's getting like super frizzy as well, which is not great, but it's probably because of the weather. It's been very like humid here, so I'm afraid the hair is kind of like, oh, humidity, let's go. It gets frizzy, and then with like heat it gets extra frizzy. Oh, you like short hair on girls, but you like having long hair yourself? Interesting. What do you like about having long hair? I've had my hair short a few times, or like shorter. Shortest is probably like right below my ears that I've had before. But now I usually have it long, on the longer side. I've been thinking about getting my hair cut short someday, like really, really short. Like a pixie cut maybe. But I don't know. I don't know if I could pull it off. I don't know. I'd be a little nervous about it. Do you guys think a pixie cut would suit me? Like shorter hair? I don't know. Isn't that what wigs are for? To see what you look like with a different hairstyle? I mean, yeah. Yeah. I will say I had bangs like these before. By accident, I will say. I didn't cut them myself. My hairdresser cut them. But she cut my bangs so short. They were like micro bangs. And I was like, okay. I guess they'll grow back. But yeah. That was an experience, definitely. Okay, so we fluffed it up a little bit, as you can see. Not entirely right yet. It's a very thick wig too, and it can be a little shorter as well. But I think we're gonna have to fluff it up a little bit more. Definitely at the top. So let's just do that. Let's fluff it up at the top a little bit more. Or try to. Oh my goodness. Ow! My fingers hurt from the heat. Ah! I just straightened it back out. Oops. Ah, it's so frizzy. It's so frizzy. What the heck? Stop being frizzy. Stop! Being so freaking frizzy. Maybe you should stop brushing it then. I know. But it's just frizzy. Okay. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. This is not great. This is not what I want. This is messy. I don't like it. Okay. I think what I'm gonna have to do is like cut it shorter a little bit so I can more easily style the front. Because it needs to be shorter to properly like curl it in that way. There. So maybe that's what I should focus on. Is cutting it a little bit shorter first. Just a little bit. Now that we've checked it. Just needs to be a little bit shorter. And then I can start curling it again. Okay. A little bit shorter. Like this. This much shorter, I think. Like a centimeter. It shall be fine. We cut them a little bit. Do you guys cut your own hair though? I'm curious to know. Do you guys cut your own hair? I used to, when I used to have like bangs like this, like straight bangs. I used to cut them myself sometimes. I mean, I got them cut by my hairdresser and then I would trim them by myself. No? You don't dare to do it? Would you let your mom cut your hair? I always got a hairdresser though. I never got like home haircuts. Not really. I know my sister got some home haircuts when she was a child, but not me. I have curly hair. I was spared the home haircuts. I think I cut into the lace a few times. Not that it matters too much. Okay. Still uneven, I know. But we will curl it upwards again, and then it shall be, we'll even it out. You don't trust yourself to cut your own hair? No? Cut it like that. Okay. Mama Star cut my hair. Not mine, but my sister's. Oh, Papa Star did it, I think. Papa Star cut my sister's hair once. But only when she was a child, though. Not now. I don't think she would let him near her hair now. And I mean, I cut my own bangs when I had them. I like trimmed them by myself. I would trim my own bangs. But that's just because bangs grow like super quickly, so you get them cut and then after 2 weeks they're like in front of your freaking eyes, so I would have to trim them. And I was used to cutting cosplay wigs, so you know. The benefit of curly hair is that it's very forgiving if you don't cut it exactly the same length. Truth! That's why I don't worry too much about this not being quite that even. Because we're gonna curl it upwards anyway. We're gonna put a little bit of curl in there. A little bit of depth. Oh, fuck. That's hot. There we go, that's what I want. Next. And just let it cool down and do the next part. Ow. I curl it around my fingers. And it hurts. Because it's hot, obviously. But it will be fine. It's okay. I always burn my hands while working on my cosplays. Don't worry about it. It's something I'm used to. Look, it's already looking a lot better, isn't it? Look at that. Curling up nicely. It's a little bit longer than the lace. But that's okay. That means I can curl it up a little bit more if needed. Oh, ow. Probably need to do this in like doses, smaller doses. I think that might be better. Okay, I'll take the time to do it. Where's the frickin' hairpins that I put in before? Where's the... Did I leave it in there? No. Oh, I put them on the side. I put them on the sides. I remember. Twist this up. We're gonna try to see if I do it with more patience. If it will be better. The answer's probably yes. Will probably be easier. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Stop being so frizzy. What are you so frizzy for? I do it in 2 batches of hair. I'm still being too impatient, I think. I hate curling wigs. It's the worst part of wig styling. But we are getting to the curly part. It just doesn't look good. It doesn't look the way I want it to look. This is okay. I would like to curl it a little bit more at the top though. Okay. Probably what I'm gonna have to do is something that I absolutely hate. Which is indeed take the time to go over every piece again and curl it first at the top and then at the bottom. Oh, I hate this. This is not my favorite part. Do I actually like styling wigs is sometimes what I ask myself. There must be a better way to do this because my fingers are not cutting it. I noticed that my fingers are not cutting it here. Thinking. I think it's because it's so short that it's hard to style. Sophie has very short bangs. Usually bangs are much longer and much more straight, and they're easier to style because of that. But these are very short. So it's hard to even get the straightening iron in between the hair. Maybe like that. Maybe I can do it like so. If I hold it against the round part of the straightening iron as it cools down. That might work. Hold it against this. I made it look funny. That's not what it's supposed to do. It's not what I was going for. But I'll fix it. I'll fix it. I promise. I'll fix it. I'll get it fixed. Look, it's part 1. It's already better. Now we'll do part 2. Which means we take it all again. Now we do this. I think this is gonna work, guys. Oh. I hope it's gonna work at least. Okay. Didn't work. Ow, 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 ow. That hair is hot. Okay. Maybe. Maybe, just maybe. Maybe, just maybe it's working. Right? What do you guys think? Is it working? Kinda. Might kinda be working, right? Oh, when I look at it from the side, it's definitely working. I'll show you guys from the side. I said I'm not sure I like styling wigs, and then I make it look like fun. Well, I'm glad it looks like fun. Look, from the side it looks good, right? Okay. I think we're getting there. I think we're getting it. I think we're getting it. It looks good, right, guys? Very close to the original. Yeah, that's the goal. Okay, let's style the top layer now. If I can get that to match, then we should be good. It's been a while since I styled a wig properly too. Might have just forgotten my ways. Might have just forgotten how I do it. And we're gonna thin it out after it's styled like this. After the curls are in, we're gonna thin it out a little bit because it's very thick right now. We kind of want to thin it down a little bit so it looks a little more natural. How much time do you need for each wig? I I think this one will take me about 3 to 4 hours. So about a stream. That's why I thought this one would fit in a stream. But it really depends. I think my Maria wig will, from like Arakawa, will be a short time. Because it's just a straight wig. The only thing with Maria is that I have to crimp that entire thing. That's gonna take like probably putting this over it, over the entire thing, is gonna take I think 6 hours. It just takes a very, very long time. And not everyone does it, but I find that it helps a lot with against like tangling of the wig. So I like to have it done on most of my wigs. This is one of the only ones that I won't do it to. Just because this one needs to look a little more natural, so. It doesn't require like a lot of very tough styling and stuff. And crimping the wig with a zigzag iron also helps make it easier to style. Holds its shape a lot better. But usually, I would say I could style if it's a wig like this. Yeah, like this, I would say 3 to 4 hours, I think. But I'm very bad at gauging how long it takes to style a wig because sometimes they will work against you and sometimes they will work with you, and that's just how it goes. They will do what you want sometimes, and then other times they will just be absolutely atrocious. You'll have to work your way around it. It's turning out cute. Thank you! Thank you, thank you. I'm really trying my best to make it look like the original, but it's hard. It's hard. It's mainly this part, I think. We might have some trouble on the ponytails too. But I think it will be a little bit easier once we get there. We'll probably be okay. This part requires a little extra styling. Think a guy could fake having very short hair with a wig? Yes, I think so. But I would advise getting a lace front wig then. That has like the lace that this one has. This piece. Like, I would advise getting a lace front because they usually look more natural. What do we think of this? It looks good, right? Now all we need to do is like even it out. Even out those bangs. And they will be done. Maybe this part a little bit more. Curl it a little bit more. There we go. Just so it fits a little bit better. What do we think? What are we thinking? Now we just need to even it out. You can kiss it. No, I won't kiss it. It will show my face on camera. And I haven't done my makeup, so I won't show my face. But it looks nice. Looks like a good length. Yeah, it's a little bit longer than planned, but I usually like to keep them a little bit longer so I can properly glue it to my head. And we're gonna thin it out a little bit, which I usually do by just putting like little cuts in, making little cuts upwards, and that will also give it the look that it's shortened a little bit further. Usually try to cut in the underside a little bit more as well, like usually a little bit shorter, so you kind of get that layering a little bit more. So we cut the underside a little bit more than the top side. Again, be careful if you have like really sharp scissors like these, because they will cut right through all the hair and the lace of the lace front wig. And in between, make sure you kind of comb it to get those little hairs out so you can see the results better. You can see that on this side it's a little bit long. I'll cut some parts shorter here. And I'll have to see, maybe here we can cut some parts shorter as well. You can see that I already cut into the lace a little bit. Now, it doesn't matter because usually what you want to do is cut the lace close to the end, unless it's used for musicals. I noticed that in musicals they keep the lace on and like glue that to the head, because when you're on stage you won't see it and it will be easier to stay on, to like glue it on your head if you have a little more surface to put the glue on. But for cosplay you usually cut those parts away. Cut those lace parts off, but you have to do that while it's on your head. So I will probably do that once I cosplay her finally, and once I glue it to my head and then I cut off the excess part and then glue the rest of it down. But this is why you cut the bangs. You always cut them a little longer than you eventually want them to be, because you don't want to accidentally make them a lot shorter while, you know, like evening them out or thinning them a little bit. I like having them a little bit uneven in the sense that if it's super straight, like we first cut it, right? When I cut right across and it was super straight, I feel like it looks very unrealistic. So I usually try to kind of like vary the lengths a little bit, because hair will do that. That's what hair does. When I had bangs, they didn't look perfect every single day. Just as long as it's not like super slanted or anything, it should be fine. You can kind of see that it's looking good. What do you guys think? She's also got that little part in her bangs. Yes, she kind of has this part here. Has a part kind of there. And we will style that in later. I don't want to use hairspray yet, because we're gonna have to style the bottom part and stuff too. And if I get all sorts of hairspray on that side, that won't look great. But we can easily part the wig here. Part it a little bit and then style it this way in a bit with some hairspray, hold it in shape, kind of cut it into that shape. Will be easy to do. And now they are about the perfect length, because as you can see, when I measured it on my, like with my fingers, I said about where the lace ends. See, the lace ends here, wig goes here, just a tiny little bit, like half a centimeter. So yeah, that's where it ends, and I think that looks good. Once I put it on my head, it will obviously look a little different, and usually when you put it on your head and the bangs are not entirely straight, you might want to cut it a little bit more. But that's just a little bit of editing you have to do when you put it on. But I'll have to check that once I put it on. All right, next part. Do you guys want to see what my leg ends up looking like? Ugh. So much hair. I'm gonna vacuum my room after this. Horrible experience. All right, now that we have this part, what we're gonna do, and this is also why I didn't want to hairspray the bangs yet, is now we put the bangs away. So we're gonna put the clips in them so we don't mess with them anymore. And we're gonna brush through this hair again. There we go. this hair is a little long for Sophie. We're gonna run the straightener through it as well. See how short we cut it and kind of get that wavy thing at the bottom in. Because she has kind of straight hair, but then she has a little wave at the bottom. So we're gonna try to get that in. That might take a while, again. So now we style the bottom, and then we do the little ponytails. But before we do that, this needs to warm up a little bit. And this is just, we can kind of like, I wouldn't say vaguely, I don't know, like go through it a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect because she has that little wave part in her hair. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Just as long as we can get those top curls, like this part out of there. These parts, this. Kind of like straighten that out. That would be great. But it doesn't need to be exactly straight. So we can take like very big chunks of hair to kind of straighten it out. It doesn't need to be perfectly straight. The thing with like crimping the wig, like using that zigzag iron on it, if you do this, it will straighten the entire hair as well. So if you have a curly wig or a wig that is kind of wavy, it will get straight if you put the crimping iron through it. What I'm gonna try to do is like kind of, it won't really work, but kind of curl the iron inwards so it doesn't stick out as much. And we can more easily style it in a bit. But it doesn't matter if it waves a little bit. I mean, again, I think Sophie is one of my non-anime cosplays, so it's very, I want the hair to be like kind of natural looking, and like realistic hair also doesn't sit perfectly on your head. Like non-anime hair, it doesn't sit perfectly on your head. It will just do whatever it wants. So we're gonna get the general style in. What's more difficult in your opinion, styling a wig or your hair? I would say, ooh, it's a hard one. It depends. I mean, I don't style my hair in like very strange ways, so I would say a wig. Also because my hair stays in shape a lot better than a wig does. And with a wig, I usually have like an example of what I want it to look like. And that's the challenge. With my own hair, I can kind of do whatever I want. I don't have to worry about the picture of what it's supposed to look like, quote unquote. So in that sense, styling my own hair is easier. Now, prep that hair. All right. Seems good to me for now. We'll cut the little ponytails in later because they need to be shorter anyway. So it doesn't really matter too much. All right. You see the wig is a lot straighter. It's a little long for Sophie. So again, we're gonna have to do some measuring, and we'll gauge the measuring again. This time, I'll do the same thing, but I'll do it from the back of my head. So the back of my hairline, and you can see right here, the wig, the end of the wig will sit here, so we'll measure from here. The end of the wig, oh, try to pin it to the head, but sometimes it comes loose. Oop. Try to pin it back in. The end of the wig is kind of like here. If I stretch it out, you will kind of have to feel for it, and then I'll see how long it needs to be. It can be a little shorter because my neck isn't extremely long. So wherever the bottom of the wig is going to be, or you can measure from your ears if you prefer doing that. In this case, that won't really work for me, but you can measure from where the ear would start in the wig, which is here. It's kind of like a measure down. It's a little too long. So in this case, I'll measure from the back of my head, which will be kind of like this from the bottom of my ear. So we'll see about 2 here to the bottom of the wig stand. So again, we're gonna cut off a big chunk. This time I'm gonna do it in parts, because if I pull it all back like this, the front part is gonna be a lot shorter than the back part because you pulled the hair together. So I'm just gonna go across it like this and kind of cut it to a little bit below the wig stand, I think. Bottom of my ear. Yeah, I think a little bit below the bottom would work perfectly. So about this. So I can put that curl in at the bottom. And again, I'm just gonna cut straight across right now because we're gonna style it again later. I'll go to the back, take a chunk, not that big, a little smaller. Try to grab all the hair that you need because there's a lot of hair in a wig. Wigs are usually a lot thicker than our own hair. So make sure you grab all the hair to try to even it out a little bit. Also try to keep watch of that your wig head is straight on the stand so you don't cut it at an angle where you don't want it cut at an angle. There we go. Now, that's about the length we want. It's a little bit shorter. And now we're gonna do the exact same thing that we did previously to the bangs. So in order to do that, and this also takes a really long time, we are going to take a ponytail this time, like a hair tie, and get like a bottom layer. Usually what you can do with wigs, I like how I'm telling you guys this as if it's a tutorial. It's not a tutorial at all. It's just showing you guys how I do it. As you can see the like layers of the wigs here. I like to separate them by the layer because it makes separating a lot easier. So I'll take this layer because this is, maybe I'll go a little lower actually, to style it. I'll go a little lower even. Choose this layer all the way here. And I'll take all the hair that is not on that layer, that is above that layer, and we'll tie it up. Kind of try to get all of it. You don't have to be super precise about it again, but it helps. It helps to be a little bit precise. Maybe one layer above, because this layer really wants to join in on the fun. So we will do, yeah, we'll do this layer, that's fine. Pick a layer and take all the hair apart and put whatever is not on that layer. Like this one is sneaky, trying to get in on the fun, but they will have to wait a little longer. I think in this case we're gonna have to make 2 ponytails because the hair is a little too short to make just one. Okay, wait. I'll go and comb through it again real quick so it will be easier. And grab all the hair that is not in that layer and out. Grab all that hair and put it in a little ponytail. Put it up so you can easily style the bottom without the top parts getting in the way. And because the hair is short, 2 ponytails will be better than 1. And just take the top hair that's long enough and tie it up. Or ponytail or a bun. I think I'm gonna do tiny buns to keep it out of the way. I use clips sometimes too when I have them, when they're big enough and it's easier to do. Usually on very long hair I can use clips, twist the hair up and then put it in a clip. But for this one, I think hair ties is easier. Take this tool, kind of comb down what we don't need. There we go. Separating the hair usually takes a moment, but it is worth doing it because it will make styling the hair a lot easier. Or at least in my opinion. Alright, alright. Okay. How does my voice feel? Does it not hurt? My voice is fine. My voice is fine. It's okay. I've been coughing a lot, but it's mainly because I have an itchy throat right now. I have one of those itchy coughs now that keeps returning. Other than that, my voice feels fine. It's just I've been coughing. But I had my singing lessons yesterday, so my voice is a little tired from singing. So yeah, I had to quit a little bit early because my voice couldn't take it anymore. So I'm trying to be careful with like how much I use my voice. Okay. Alright, we have the back of the wig. And I'm just gonna curl this inward because Sophie has like this big curl at the bottom. Whoop. So that's what we're gonna do, is like curl it inward. Oh, I hate the mess this makes. I hate the mess that wig styling makes so much. I'll need to vacuum after this. My neighbors are gonna hate me. But oh well. Too bad. First, I'll straighten it out. But we can easily kind of get this curled inward. Because this doesn't need to be a super tight curl. We can take a little more time twisting it around my fingers. And if we let it go, it will curl inward. And we can slowly style the rest of it. Maybe take smaller pieces. It will take a while. Again, this takes a moment. But it's okay. Once we get it and we spray it with enough hairspray, it should be fine. Like that. Eat your bell peppers for the vitamin C. I don't like bell peppers. In fact, I hate bell peppers. I really don't like how they taste. I don't like the taste of bell peppers. Could you do this easier with curlers? Yes, probably. But I don't have them. The only thing that I could maybe do is if I take my crimping iron, I'm gonna test something. I'm gonna test something that might help against me burning literally all of my fingers. I'm not sure if this works, but it might. I mean, it kind of works. It does that little curl inward. I don't know. Curls inwards a little bit. Not really a lot, honestly. I think I'm gonna have to separate it even further. There's a lot of hair at the bottom here that needs styling. This wig is so thick. It's gonna take such a long time to style this. Oh no. Okay. I might have made a mistake when I thought it would be... I think it will be 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours of wig styling. to 4 hours of wig styling, probably. Look, now that I took a smaller portion, it's easier to get into that inward curl shape. And then when we brush through it, I'll kind of brush it out and make it fluffier. Alright, so we're gonna curl it inwards big time with my hands. I'll burn my fingers, and then, you know. But extra vitamin C might help against my regular colds. But I don't want to! I don't like bell peppers. I've been told by my vocal coach that I should drink apple juice. I should drink apple juice. She told me, because it makes your throat like a good kind of slimy. I was like, yeah, it makes you very slimy. She was like, yeah, but it's a good kind of slime. So you'll have to drink apple juice. So I guess I'll get back into drinking apple juice. I used to drink it a lot when I was a child. Used to drink a lot of apple juice. But I no longer drink a lot of apple juice. You love apple juice? Yeah, I like it too. I like it a lot too. I like it a lot too. I should probably drink it more. I'll go grab some soon when I have the time to go to the grocery store. Maybe tomorrow I can go buy some apple juice. But my vocal coach told me if she performs, she always asks for apple juice. And I was like, huh, interesting. Like her rider will always have apple juice. And I was like, huh, apple juice, huh. What a choice. Look, now if we brush this out, we kind of get that curl-ish shape that she has in the back. And don't worry about it. There's gonna be so much hair falling over this that it doesn't need perfect styling. It's usually the top layer that requires like a better styling. But this one can be a little curly. And I also like it to be a little realistic styled, you know? Probably what she would have done, Sophie, in that time, is like curl it with curlers. I think that's what she would have done. Make it curly with curlers. So put like curlers on the bottom. So I'm trying to like kind of emulate that. What exactly about apple juice is good for your vocal cords? Well, like I said, it makes you slimy. It makes your mouth slimy, but in a good way. Apparently there's good and bad slime. Or so I've been told yesterday. And the good slime is in apple juice, and the bad slime is in stuff like dairy products. Like milk and yogurt. Like bad slime. It's not good slime. But the good slime is in stuff like apple juice. Apple juice has good slime. It's the WD-40 of your vocal cords. Yeah, I guess you could say that. I guess you could say it's the WD-40 of your vocal cords, yeah. Ow! It's the WD-40 of the voice. Slimy, yeah. Like very slimy. So I'm gonna try it. I'll report back to you guys if apple juice truly is the remedy for pain, voice pain. Look, we kind of get that curly shape at the bottom in now, huh? Get those curls in. I don't mind if they stick out a little bit, because I think it looks rather cute. But again, we'll spray it with hairspray and like get it all styled later on. Spray it the exact way we want it to be. There we go. Hold it in shape. Boop, 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 boop. Wait for it to cool down a little bit and drop it. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Well, it is hot. I can tell you that. Brush through, and it will get that little, like, bouncy thing at the back. Do you see what I'm doing at the back? It will slowly get that kind of bouncy feeling. I'll try this one again because I don't really like how I've done it. It would kind of get that bouncy curl pattern right at the back. And that is exactly what we want. Do, 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 do. Or it's what I want, at least. See? Kind of get those curls at the bottom. And I think that's what I like, to make it look a little natural. I sometimes choose to not follow the examples super precisely, just because I think it looks better if it looks a little more natural. In my opinion, that's what I'm doing right now. You see it, but you're not sure how it works. Don't worry about it. That's okay. No need to worry about that. We'll figure it out together. Alright, I'm gonna take a new layer. Gotta find a new layer. Let's see, this one. This one. I found a new layer to style. And again, it doesn't need to be exactly separated at that layer. I like to try doing that, but if you think it takes too much time, honestly, don't do it. And just leave out the hair that wants to be there. We'll make the bottom look beautiful. It will look good. I'm just gonna take some hair out. Take some hair out here too. Eventually, all the hairs will get their turn. So it's all good. Alright, next layers. And it doesn't matter if you take some hairs that have already been through the styling process. I mean, obviously, it doesn't matter. They will just get done again. Have I found a feather duster? I haven't bought one yet, but I might get one, yeah. I might get one, but I haven't gotten one yet. Maybe I should. Or like a broom or something. A mop, maybe. Maybe a mop, like in the cover art of the game. I should take a mop with me. But I don't know. I wonder if people would think I'm the cleaning lady. The cleaning lady there. If I turn up with a mop. Yeah, if you're staying at a hotel, don't forget to bring props for the hotel's safe for the cosplay shoots. I will, this time, like the first time I cosplay her will not be at a hotel, but I'll cosplay her again and it will be at a hotel in August. I will cosplay Sophie again and it will be at a hotel. So yeah, we are definitely planning on taking pictures at that hotel. My Beth and I. We are planning to take pictures at that hotel. Because I will have a hotel room. So definitely I will take like props for the safe. Because I know that there will be a safe. So we can try to take pictures there and take pictures with a phone maybe, or in the bathroom. Maybe I can hang up the pictures and do like red lights. Can do that and make it look cool. It won't have a bathtub though. We might be able to like hang them up anyway and just try to get those shots that kind of look like it. What do we think of the bottom so far? Cute, right? I kind of like these fluffy curls. I feel like it matches what the game style was going for. It's like fluffy curls. And not a perfect whoop. I just like having the fluffy curls in the back. I think that will look cute. But yeah, I do want to take pictures of the hotel. I'm excited for that. I will definitely do that. Might show pictures if they are from the back. I won't show any pictures that have my face in it, but we might take some pictures that we can show. Maybe. Do this one again. Let's carry a book with the cover and they were roommates. Maybe, yeah! I should do that. I should take that with me. And they were roommates. Make that book and take it with me. This kind of already has that curl in it. I don't think I need to further style that. I think this already has that curl, just this front piece. Requires styling. I'll share pictures if I can, yeah. Probably will take some pictures from the back. Those I might be able to share. I won't share any pictures that have my face in it, obviously. For obvious reasons. But I might share some other pictures if I can. We'll see. We'll see. I like sharing some pictures of my cosplays. I have shared them before, but I always shared either pictures that were taken from the back or pictures that just didn't have my face in them. Because I don't want to show my face. I don't want to show my face, even if I'm wearing a million layers of makeup. Still, I think maybe some of you might have seen my cosplays before. Even my face, without knowing, maybe. We'll see. Maybe. Perhaps. Perchance. Maybe you came across them. Maybe, baby. But we'll see. If I can share. Mosaic blur the face. I've put a picture up of my my Boku no Hero Academia Mandalay cosplay before where I put, I think, an emoji in front of my face. So I might do that if I don't have any pictures from the back. I might do that. But it's not just my face that I sometimes worry about. I don't know. I'm a little... It's a miracle that I cosplay, though, because I'm a little bit uncomfortable, like, showing any body pictures or pictures of where you can see my body in as well. So I might not do it, but we'll see. If there are pictures I can share, I will. I will share them. Okay. Oh, my arms are tired. Okay. Next piece. Again, this already curls, but I do want it to curl a little bit better. So I'll do it again. I'll do it again. Oh, hello, Deuterium. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? We are styling a wig right now. A cosplay wig for Sophie from this bed we made. Is a game I have played before. But hello everyone, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Yuririn. I am a shooting star and I play a variety of games and sometimes do crafts, and I'm also a cosplayer. I don't share a lot of my cosplay stuff online, but I thought, or at least with you, and I thought today we shall we shall style a wig. And yes, please stay on topic with the stream. I know my rules are a little stricter than Deuterium's. I'm sorry. I am a little bit I stream a little bit differently than Deuterium. I'm sorry. So let's try to stay on topic in my streams, but I hope you guys have a good time. I hope you had a good time over on Deuterium's side. If you want to stick around to talk to me about like cosplays or conventions or ask me some questions about wig styling and stuff like that and stay while I try to curl this part of the wig, then feel free to do so. But if you want to step out to grab a snack or a drink or maybe rest up a little bit, then feel free to do so as well. We'd love to have you here. But also, if you don't want to stay, that's completely on you, and you can just leave if you want to. Whee! Yeah, I'm trying to curl this bottom part of the wig to kind of fit with the style that Sophie wears. It's Sophie from this bed we made. This bed we made is a mystery game. Mystery game in which you are the mate that is shown on the bottom of the screen here. That is Sophie Roy, and Sophie is a kind of nosy maid. She likes to kind of go through the guests' stuff and find stuff out about them, and the game is kind of about you finding out some mysteries and maybe even solving a murder. Oh my goodness. So Sophie finds some things that she wished she wouldn't have, and that's how the story kind of unfolds. And then we try to read up about what's happening and going on through Sophie's clues and whatever she finds in those rooms. And I'm going to be cosplaying her together with a friend who is going to be cosplaying Beth. And Beth is also in the game, and I am in love with Beth. And so is Sophie, but mainly me. I am in love with Beth, so I am very blessed to have my own Beth for the cosplays as well. My friend offering her soul and body to cosplay Beth for me, and I'm very excited about it. So yeah, this cosplay is to be worn in about 3 weeks to a con, so I'm gonna have to work very, very hard on that. But I am trying my best to get it done in time. I am not very good at like planning my cosplay crafts. Oops. But we're trying. So yeah. That's what we're doing today, and it's my first time styling a wig on stream. I've never done this on stream before. Remember, it's okay to kiss the homies if it's in cosplay. True. Right? If they consent, it's okay to kiss the homies when you're in cosplay, right? Guys, is it gay if your friend cosplays Beth for you? If your friend cosplays a game crush for you? Is that gay? Like, is it gay if you cosplay a lesbian couple together? Is it? Is it gay to kiss the homies goodnight? Couple cosplay sounds fun. It's very fun to cosplay in a group or together with someone else. I find that a lot of fun. It's what I get a lot of fun out of in my cosplays now. I still do a lot of solo cosplays too, like for For example, like my Maria cosplay is definitely a solo cosplay. But this is a duo cosplay. I have cosplayed Mercedes from Fire Emblem on my own. I do have friends that also cosplay Fire Emblem, but I didn't like deliberately cosplay it together with them. And I have done some group cosplays too. Last year we had a Dungeon Meshi group, which was really fun. So we had a Marcel and I was Fallen, and we had Laios and Senshi. It was really fun. Our Chilchuck couldn't join on that day, unfortunately. But we had a big group, and it was really fun to take pictures and make TikToks with them and stuff like that. So yeah, that was cool. If you've seen Dungeon Meshi TikToks on YouTube, or not on YouTube, on TikTok, shush. Shush. But yeah, I've cosplayed Fallen. It was a really fun time. And what other groups have I done? I've done a Madoka Magica group in the past. I've done some duo cosplays with a friend. Like Mandalay, cosplay Mandalay and Pixie Bob from Boku no Hero Academia. That was a duo thing we did. And we did, with that same friend, I did a Matryoshka cosplay from Vocaloid. That friend was also in my Madoka Magica group. And yeah, I'm doing a Plus One Minen cosplay with someone, with a friend soon. And what else have I done that's a group cosplay? Honestly, I've done Ace Attorney, I've done Mia Fey, and I've done Franziska von Karma before. I would like to cosplay Franziska again and improve on that cosplay, because it's a long time ago that I've cosplayed her, and I've gotten a lot better at cosplaying, just making clothes in general, so I would like to try that again to make it better. What else have I cosplayed in a group? Lots of things. Lots of things. I will do a Zelda cosplay soon with a friend that's gonna be Link, so that's gonna be good. So yeah, hi Deez, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. You're here now, that's what counts. Welcome back. We are styling a wig for Sophie from This Bed We Made. I'm trying to get some curly curls in so we can kind of brush them out and make it look a little fluffy at the bottom. That's the goal. Making it look fluffy. And I think we're succeeding, slowly but surely. This is usually the more boring parts of the wig styling process, but it's also very therapeutic. And this is why I usually watch shows while I style wigs, because it's relaxing, you know? It's relaxing, yippee. You love styling wigs, yay! I'm glad you do. I like them too. I like wig styling. Sometimes it's hard, and then I question myself whether I do like wig styling, or whether I just like it to be over. But usually I do have a fun time with it. As long as I'm wearing gloves. Didn't you also make the Nozaki patch? Oh right, yeah! I did Nozaki-kun group where I was Yuzuki Seiyo. That was a fun cosplay to do. I did not feel great about it because I tried dyeing a wig for the first time and it went horribly wrong. So I didn't really get the color that I wanted. I wasn't too happy about that cosplay. I didn't really feel comfortable in the outfit either. Just, it wasn't a great cosplay for me, but it was a fun group to do. It was fun to be there with my friends and like have a fun cosplay. I've done the Somnium Files cosplay before with a friend as well. That was really fun. We did Kizuna and Lien, which was a fun cosplay in which obviously I was Kizuna, Kizzy, as it were. What else do I have? Yeah. Yeah. What other groups did I do? One of my goals for this year, one of my plans and like wishes, cosplay wishes for this year is to cosplay Nikaido from Dorohedoro. And I have a friend who cosplays Noi, so that will be something that we will do together hopefully then, maybe, if I can finish that cosplay, if I can do it. I have plans for it, but it's gonna be a tough one because I want to do the end of the show one, like a cool mask and everything. So that's gonna be something, and my wig hasn't arrived. I'm having some troubles with the shipping of the wig. Were you carried the whole day as Kizzy? No, I wish. No, I wouldn't do that to my friend, but we had loads of fun. We had loads of fun. It was a good cosplay to do. Very fun cosplay, actually. And it was really fun to be recognized and get recognized in that cosplay because, I don't know, I feel like the Somnium Files fans are a rare find here in the Netherlands still. I don't know if they are in other countries, but definitely here. So, every time we got recognized, I was just like, oh my god, the Somnium Files fan. Oh my god, the Somnium Files fan. Let's go! Let's freaking go! So that was a lot of fun. Yeah. That, and I've done so many cosplays I don't even remember. I've done a My Little Pony cosplay group sometimes. Some time back. In which I was Rarity, aka the best pony. Fight me! I love Rarity. Rarity was my favorite pony in My Little Pony. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Rarity, best pony. She's my favorite. I love her with my entire heart and soul. And if you don't like Rarity, what are you even doing? Fake Leon, no! No, my Leon was great. It was a really fun time. But yeah. My Little Pony I've done with a group. Jeez. I've done so many cosplays I don't even remember them. You hate Twilight Sparkle? I didn't like her either. But Rarity was there, and Rarity was my favorite. I didn't like Twilight that much either. She wasn't my favorite. Didn't like her that much. But Rarity is what it's all about. I think she would agree. I liked Rarity a lot. And I have cosplayed Yuririn Krista from Attack on Titan before. That's a really long time ago. What else did I do? I cosplayed... Oh, I cosplayed Reese Drake from Dinosaur King. That's a cool one. That was a fun one. With a friend as... I think her name is Zoe from Dinosaur King. That was a fun cosplay to do. Really hard wig to style as well. That was, I think, the wildest wig I've ever styled. I made I like a paper mache'd the shape and then glued hair on top of that. It was wild. Wild styling. Wild styling. But yeah. Good time. I've just cosplayed a lot of things. A lot of different things. But I feel like I've taken some steps back in how many cosplays I do a year now. Mainly because I got busy with like other things, especially uni was really busy. Oh, I've cosplayed Doki Doki Literature Club with people from uni. It was really fun because we all studied Japanese, obviously. Like I told you guys that I studied Japanese, and then we cosplayed Doki Doki Literature Club, in which I was Monica. Not necessarily my favorite girl, but that's just the way it fit. So I was like, okay, I'll be Monica, sure. Oh, you're thinking about doing an Ito cosplay from Genshin. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I considered a Lisa cosplay from Genshin, but before I could do it, I kind of fell out of Genshin. So I never did it. And I would like to do a VTuber cosplay someday. I have been thinking about who, because I was like, maybe I should cosplay my Oshi crony, but I don't know, her outfit is a little scary to wear, so I was like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't think I would feel comfortable wearing her outfit, so I considered cosplaying Fauna. Or maybe, I was thinking maybe kimono crony. Like the New Year's crony outfit. Maybe. Still a dream cosplay, to one day cosplay crony. Maybe one day I can be her. You know, even if just for a day in a cosplay. I can be as cool as crony. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking Fauna too, because I don't know, I liked her outfit a lot. So I thought that would suit me a little bit better maybe. Do a Yuririn cosplay. You know, I've thought about it. Maybe cosplaying myself. Who knows? Maybe one day. Maybe one day. How weird would that be if someone were to cosplay me? I don't know. If it's me, it wouldn't be weird. But like, I feel like if someone else cosplayed me, I would feel honored, but I would be like, why? Why? You know? Why? What a weird feeling that would be, I think. But it would be really cool. Also, RIP to the person who would ever choose to do that, because my outfit... I feel like that would be hell to cosplay. If someone ever were to cosplay me, I would give you a smooch. Do it for the smooch. No, it's fine. You don't have to. It's alright. Gonna have to get the green wig ready now. Because I have a cool design. Really? I don't know. Would it be a fun cosplay to do? Maybe. I know that I wouldn't want to make my outfit. I'm glad that my mama did it. The hair would be difficult as well. Yeah. The outfit, the hair, like everything. Would be a hellish cosplay to do. Good luck to anyone who wants to ever do that. I'd be honored, but also rip to you, my friend, rip to you. Big RIP. RIP's in the chat. Ooh. Oh my goodness. My arms! My arms are hurting. Ugh. Don't buy a wig, buy a Christmas tree and trim it. Yuririn Christmas tree cosplay. Oh my god. If I ever get a Christmas outfit, it would have to be a Christmas tree one, huh? If I ever get a Christmassy outfit, that's what it would be. Christmas tree outfit. How do you guys think the wig is coming along? Do you think it's going well? I like the little curlies at the bottom. I think that didn't really hold this one just right. You guys like how it's coming along? Oh, I also cosplayed with a Helltaker group. Ah! Where I was Lore Master. That's a big group as well. We hope to do a photo shoot in the future. And I've cosplayed Kai from Kiss Him Not Me with a friend. Oh, I don't like how I did this. And I've also cosplayed the other girl from Kiss Him Not Me. What was her name again? The more androgynous one. Shima? Is that her name? I don't know. Cosplayed her as well. But again, I didn't like that cosplay on me. I did not like that cosplay on me very much. And I don't like this curl either. It's not doing what I want it to do. Maybe we could start with an astronaut cosplay first. That would be cute! Imagine, I could do an astronaut outfit. That would be cute, I think. Ooh, that would actually be very cute. Ooh, maybe. You're giving me an idea now. What if I could be a cute astronaut? One of you. I'll go incognito, you know? I'll be in disguise. It will be free advertisement for myself. What are you cosplaying? You know, I'm cosplaying a fan of one of the greatest VTubers of all time. You've been really considering trying an astronaut cosplay for this year's Really? Oh my goodness. I would be honored. I would be so honored. Oh my god. That would be amazing. Really? Really? Oh, I would be so curious to see what that looks like. An astronaut cosplay in the wild. What a dream. What a dream. The helmet part would be the tricky part. Yeah, the helmet would be kind of difficult, huh? Maybe you can buy like a white helmet and edit it. Customize it? Maybe? Would that be possible? Like a cool white helmet? I don't know. I've never done a cosplay that had a helmet. So, I wouldn't know. The closest I can think of was my ears for Mandalay from Boku no Hero Academia, but that wasn't really a helmet. Although it did feel like it. It was horrible to make. I had a horrible time making it, and it did not turn out the way I wanted it to. So I wasn't too happy about it either. What are we thinking? What are we thinking of the wig so far? What do we think of the bottom? Is it looking good? I feel like this is a little too curly there. Do you like how it looks? Have to be a little more like this, huh? A little more inward. Maybe I can do that. Maybe I might be able to still like get that in. Needs a little more volume at the bottom, yeah, or like just move inwards a little bit to get that poofy look at the bottom, yeah. But I think we have the same idea. I think I can get that done. I think I can get that done. Should be okay. We're almost done styling this. And then this took half an hour, but it feels like it took an hour. It feels like I've been doing this for an hour already. That's okay. That's alright. I can live with that. I can live with that. That's alright. More of an inwards curl. If I were to, maybe if I do it like so, if I hold it like this, and then like, I should probably like heat it here, and then kind of like hold it like that. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try if I hold it here, hold it against the head, if it will get that poofy look at the bottom. Definitely more, yeah. Okay, maybe. Maybe if I do it on this side too. Ah, that's hot hair. Hold it. It kind of gives it that look, right? And then I'll just need to do that to the layers above it too. Hold it inward. Like that. Ta-da-da-da. And then it will kind of like simulate that poofy thing a little bit more. Poofy vibe at the bottom. I just hold it inwards like this while it's hot. Hold it in place. I think the bottom is coming along nicely though. Right? That poofiness. I think this works. I think this is working. What do you think? What do you think? Does that work? And then if I put the rest of the hair on it, I think it might actually get that shape. It might actually get the right shape. I think it might be working. I'll try it. See what happens if I put the top layers on. Whew, okay. All right. If I take these layers down, I think 3 more sets of this. And then we should be ready. To make the little ponytails, and then further like spray the bangs, and then we'll be done. Okay. There's definitely more hair in this ponytail part, so maybe not. But it's going. It's going. We're doing it. We're doing it, right? We're doing it. I'm trying my best. Okay, so we do it like this. Oh, my hands. That kind of hurts my hands quite a lot. Start doing that, I think. Start doing that to it. And the bottom also needs to curl inwards. That's not my favorite feeling. Okay. It's pain. Oh, I don't like how it looks. I don't like how it's curling. Please, just do what I want you to. My hands are already hurting. My back hurts from sitting like this. And after this, I still need to clean it up. Oh, pain. Pain. My hands are gonna have burns on them again. This is not how you should be styling your wigs. You shouldn't burn your hands for this. But I do. It's like that TikTok audio. Like, you don't have to be perfect or exceptionally great. You don't even have to be good. But I do. I have to be all those things at once, all of the time. Me with like wig styling. You don't have to burn your hands. You can just be careful. You don't have to hurt yourself. But I do. I have to suffer through to make it work. It's a little tangled piece in there. Okay. But we got it. We'll get it. We'll get it. My fingers. Oh, my fingers. Oh, this is why we need curlers, man. This is why we need curlers. Who knew hair could get that hot? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. It's fine. I'm not at all burning my hands. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Why is this so straight? Ow! Are you guys learning anything? Is this a good educational stream on how to hurt yourself while styling wigs? I mean, the title's not lying. It's just, this is how I style my wigs. This is how I do it. Not saying you should do it this way. Actually, I'd rather say don't do it this way. You're gonna hurt yourself. But that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make, right? That's a sacrifice we're willing to make. As some would say, anything for cosplay. Anything for you, Beyonce. Anything for cosplay, too. It's just what it's like. I don't like this, like, halfway curl in there. I think I put it in there myself, like literally 3 seconds ago, but I don't like it. Maybe if I hold it like this. I've been trying the same thing the entire time, expecting different results. Do you think that will work? I don't think it will. I'm a little unsure about what this is gonna look like. I mean, it looks poofy, alright? It looks like kind of gets that like natural hair look. That's good. That's something. That is something I want. So that's good. But I would like it to really have that style. Here. Do, 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 do. There we go. And this will be better. Yeah. It's alright. Okay. This one. Every time I move that head, I feel like I'm a child with a Barbie doll, right? Like pulling it one way, then pulling it the other way. Like a Barbie doll pretending to walk. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like flipping that hair back and forth. Children playing with Barbie dolls. Does that make sense? Whatever I'm saying, like... And then I said to him, "Shut up! You're being mean to me!" And then he said, "How about you shut up?" You know, like that. Like, nobody talks like that? Question mark? But children do when they play with Barbie dolls, right? The Barbie doll method of speaking. That's what it feels like to me when I do that. Or those videos of hairdressers in training. They're just like, "Oh, you want this? Could you just move your head like this for a second?" Breaks apart the head. Or those videos where they make fun of like chiropractors. I watch a lot of videos where they make fun of chiropractors. I'm like, okay, if you could just breathe out for a second. And then they break something. Just breathe out. Turns her head like that. But it's all good. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna style this wig. We're almost done with the styling hair part. And then hopefully we can make it look good. Okay. You just have to hold it and then hope it looks good. I'm a little unsure though. I think the length is good though. We're getting the length in, which is good. Okay. What if I let out all the remaining hair now? And I go ahead and brush it over the top. I think that's what I'm gonna do, and then check if I can style the remaining hair over it, because it's still quite a lot, but not too much. Like a layer everywhere. And see if I can style it over it so it kind of gets that bell shape at the bottom, you know? Like that inwards curl. Maybe I could get that done. And maybe I can't. Who knows? We shall see. Or I could check and see how much I want to pull back and then style the remaining parts, because I think it might be useful to do that. To see what we pull back. Nah, I'll just style the top pieces first, and then we'll pull back what needs pulling back. That should be fine. Okay. Let's try doing this again. Like holding it over the other iron so it kind of gets that round shape. Might be best. Did I mess up the entire hair and should I do it all again? Maybe a little bit lower though. A little bit lower. So if I take it here, style it over this, hold it like so. Maybe this is what I should have done. Make curls like that. No way! That's what I should have done. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What if I need to redo all of this? This took me an hour. I don't want to redo all of that. I'm gonna test it out and I'm afraid of the results. Because what if I find out now that that's a much smarter way to do this? That not only doesn't burn my hands like crazy, but also looks a lot more like the image. Please say no. Oh, you bitch. It's gonna say yes. It's gonna be like that, huh? Sometimes it'd be like that. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. We're just gonna see what happens if we style the rest of it. We're just gonna see what happens. I honestly would have needed curlers for this. I just put curlers and then put hot water over it. That might have been so much easier. I feel like heat it up. Hot curlers. Or maybe even toilet rolls. Like toilet paper rolls. I'm thinking that maybe even that would have been better. I just made it straight. Okay. I'm thinking. But I'm also thinking that maybe I should do the little ponytails first. So I can style the bottom accordingly. Okay, let's try that. Let's see what happens if we do this first. Because this shouldn't be too hard. This is just take it back, hold it there, just and style it, like put a little ponytail in there, pin it, make sure it gets stuck to the hair on the back. She wears it like this, like from behind the ear. So this all should go there, because this is all the hair that goes in front of the ear. This is where the ear line is, and then I can pull this back, have it behind my ear. But this all goes in front of the ear. You pull this back, not the top though, a little more to the side, a little less from the top, a little more from the side, like that. and then I look at the image, and I think it's like right here, where she pins it, or has it connected to hair right here. Like right here, right? It's a little ponytail, like that. This makes sense. I feel like that is where I should put it. So we take a little piece of hair from the back here. Be gone, front hair. And we pull it together. Oh, maybe this piece. And then we brush it, brush around it, and brush it into place. Comb it into place, I guess. And then I think if we put a little black elastic band here, we should be good. I'm gonna see if I can do that. Oh my goodness. This is really hard. Like making the little ponytails in a wig. Honestly, anything involving ponytails in a wig is a disaster to do. I wouldn't wish that upon you. If you can avoid doing ponytails in a wig, I would say avoid it at all cost. Alright, kind of pull it tight, pull the inside tighter. Kind of works. Does it work? I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit too much to the front. I think it should be back a little bit more. Right? To the back? A little bit more to the back? Oh, my arms hurt, man! Oh my goodness. My arms need a break. My arms require a little break. Oh my goodness. I don't know, maybe I need to stop. Maybe I need to give my arms a little break, man. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Okay. I feel like it should be pulled back a little bit more. Because the back will look like that otherwise. Yeah, definitely pull it to the back a little bit more. Alright. We're gonna take out this one. There we go. And try it again. But it's hard because it's a wig. It's hard to do this part because it's a wig. Because you have like usually your hair kind of like comes out of your entire head, right? Like your the entirety of your head is just like hair. But with a wig, it's rows of hair instead of like everywhere. So the place where you connect the hair to the rest of it, that's gonna be hard to properly find, I think. It'll be more here then. And then they want you to, or I would want to, find a place where, like here, over here, kind of here, where there's hair that I can grab that is always here, So it should be like a little piece like this that comes from this back part. Maybe a little more. And put that into that ponytail to kind of tie it together here. Ooh, that will be hard. Doesn't mean it's impossible, but curious to see how that will go. We'll find out. Let's try it again. I'm gonna take a new piece of the black little hair ties. Elastic ones because they stay in better. Elastic hair ties are, I wouldn't say sticky, but they kind of like tangle in with the hair, so they're incredibly hard to take out, but we don't want to take them out anyway, so that shouldn't matter too much. And Sophie hasn't really got like visible hair ties in. And we pull it tight. It should. Oh man, it's like kind of tangled. Well, it is backwards a little bit more. Kind of like that. And then that hair should be, I think, a little shorter as well. Like her hair is a little shorter here too. Kind of like that. I don't know. It's not really working out the way I wanted it to. My arms are dying. But, okay, let's see. Let's check the bangs real quick. We style them. Okay, nice. And if we take this part then, pull this back, the bangs forward. And check if when we pull this part back, that we'd like to have pulled back from the front. It's like till here, I think. Pull this back. Oh, sorry. And make them even. Should be around here then. Tie it together with something here. Some hairs in the back here. Alright, I'll try doing that. See if I can even them out a little bit. Like a messy at the bottom or like in the back doesn't matter as long as there's other hair that falls over it. But these little ponytails, oh my goodness. Oh my god. Messy. And that's a mess we're gonna keep seeing here. It should all blend together. I mean, kinda. Okay, that's better. What I could do is once I wear it, put a little pin in the inside as well so it sticks a little better to my head. But it's really poofy still on this side. I don't know how it will look on my head eventually. And they're uneven. Yippee! They're uneven, yay. Maybe if I pull this one down a little bit more. Pull this one up a little bit more. They will be a little bit more even. think that's better. Kind of get that shape in, and then if we style that little ponytail here, because that is, oop, turn it off. Need to wait for it to warm up again. And the bangs come forward in the back a little bit. This part needs to get forward a little bit more. It does kind of look like it. It does kind of blend together. You can see how it does, but I feel like I should restyle these once I put it on my head. And that's a disaster to do. That's absolutely horrible to do. Or I just got a crazy idea. And I'm gonna try it. If I take this off, stick it in her cheek. Sorry, girl. If I look at the rose beneath it, oh, that's not like really tight. But I thought maybe if I can pull one of these through the wig cap, like so, and then look, if I have it like this, pull it through the wig cap, and then again around the hair like that, that would make it stick to the wig cap. Would be really hard to restyle though. Or to style at all. What if I brush all of this real quick? Because honestly, the ponytails, they don't look too bad. It's just the head looks freaking massive. It's because I have such a big head. It looks like a massive head. And I feel like the bottom requires a little bit more styling. Also, this needs to go. Goodbye. Little pointy bits. Let's see. I feel like I should restyle the entire bottom, and I don't really have the arm strength for it right now. But so far, this is doing great. Like, the bangs are good. Require a little bit of like hairspray and everything later on, and I'll need to get the little split in the bangs as well. Like, kind of style them this way so it kind of falls over this, as it does in the game as well. Because her bangs are pretty wide, they kind of fall over this. And you have the part that is pulled back. But I feel like I might need to measure that pulled back part by putting the wig on. Like getting those little ponytails in then. Probably get them like more here too. Put them back a little bit more. And see what they look like on my head. But other than that, I think we're doing great. It's just those ponytails that need a little bit of styling. But I think I need to do that while they're on my head. But other than that, I think actually we might almost be done. Right? Kind of curl this a little bit more so it kind of gets that curly bit that she has as well. Because the ponytails are kind of curly. What would you call these? Would you call them ponytails? I don't know. I feel like a ponytail to me is like all your hair, or like twin tails, you know? But you call those twin tails, so I don't know. Probably not. We just curl this a little bit, kind of get that styling. Yeah, you can't really think of how much more you can do on the mannequin head. At some point, it's nice for these kind of wigs, especially like lace front wigs, to put them on. I remember with my Barbara wig from the Beetlejuice musical, what I did was I styled it while it was on my head. Like I did the curls while it was on a mannequin head, but it had like braided parts that were braided like this way. I would style it while it was on my head. This looks cute. That looks good. We'll do a curl in this other part to finish it for the stream, you know? I'll finish it for the stream so it looks good on the stream. And then I'll do some tweaking while, like after stream, while it's on my head. But overall it should look something like this. Right? What do you think? I do think it looks good. Can probably get the bottom to look a little nicer. See if I can do that. But overall, I think it looks good. Alright. And then this one. Let's go. Like that. I'm excited to do like a makeup test for this one as well. It's best to, if you have the time, do some makeup tests for your cosplays too. Because usually the makeup looks very different once you wear the wig. Obviously, like I have a different hair color than brown, so like makeup's gonna look different with green hair as opposed to brown hair. Like specific makeup that looks better for the character. Let's style this a little bit better. But that also means I won't be using the got to be yet. I think maybe the ponytail needs to look a little looser so it droops in the middle. You think so? Like, oop. Like here? Should go like that? I'll see. See what I can do once it's on my head. But right now, I think this is about what we can do. I could kind of split it still here. Split it a little bit here and there. This is a good place to split it. Kind of goes in a curve on the side. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can do that, but again, that's like something I have to do while it's on my head. Probably. I know there's people out there who can do it without the wig being on their head. That's not me. I don't think I need to cut it anymore. I think this is good, actually. Because it's split like that, kinda. What do we think? What do we think about my Sophie wig? Look at that. I think it looks pretty good, actually. I think it looks pretty good, right? Look at that. Looks good on the wig head. I especially like this little curl. I don't know if I'll keep it, but so far, it looks good, right? Might need a little bit of extra styling at the back, But I feel like it looks good. Looks very Sophie. And then what I would do with the hairspray, once I mean I can spray the fringe, the bangs. Kind of like spray it on top. Spray it on the side. It will kind of stay in position. You can kind of like shape it like that. I think I like just the single split in it. And kind of like hold its shape. And cut away this little part. Goodbye. And then kind of keep this in shape. Because it's a more natural looking wig, I don't want to spray too much hairspray, but usually I spray the entire thing like really, really badly. And I will likely spray this part a lot once it's finally done. But look at that, those bangs. I like the way they look. They look nice, they look kind of straight. From the side they also look nice, right? I like the way they look. I think it's starting to look good. With the bottom part, I think what I'll try is I'll try to put like something cylindrical in it, pin it, and then put hot water over it after all. I think I'll like spray it with hot water and then try to let it cool down, because I think that might work better. And then I'll have to do these, but I'll need hot water for that. That's probably the reason why I can't finish it properly, but I do think it looks good. It is taking its form, right? Like if you think about where we came from, then this looks very good. Mainly the bangs were something that I worried about, so I'm very happy that those are working out. So yeah, what do you think? Looking good. The back requires a little bit more styling, especially this part. And these, I'll need to shape them once they're on my head, but this is about what they will look like. I think this is a good representation of what the wig will look like in the end. Kind of like this. Okay. I think if I hold it like this, and then like you can imagine this sticks in a little bit more. Imagine it looks a little bit more like this. Right. It's good, right? It's not bad. I think it's pretty good. I could wear it like this to a con. I will probably tweak it a little bit more after stream, but I'm happy with how sorry. With how it looks. I'm happy with how it looks. Yippee! Yippee yippee! What do you think? Ta-da! Ta-da! This is just a little look in how I style my wigs. But yeah, wait. I told you guys that I would probably, if I had the time, I would show you another wig. I will grab it. This wig is hard to hold because it's very heavy. And it's a little bit, ooh, It's a little bit messy right now. I'll hold it by the ponytail. Is a thing that works best. It's a little bit messy. It needs a little bit of restyling before I wear it again. But this is my my Lore Master wig for Helltaker. My Helltaker Lore Master. You can see I glued it to my head, and there's makeup on it. Look, this is my I'll hold it here. My look on my head. My Lore Master wig. It's a ponytail wig that was cut to my head size. Like this. It had a back part too and everything. And I glued all of this into the ponytail shape. Absolutely horrible to style, but it's hard as well. It's like a helmet, basically. It's turned into a helmet. This is full of glue. There's so much glue in here. So it's basically a helmet. It doesn't fit on my other wig head, because that's smaller, because this one has my head size now. But it's a good wig. But I'll put it back. Alright, I put it back. I also can show you, although it's not styled yet, if I can find it. Among these wigs. Yeah! This is my it's not styled yet, but my soon to be styled, probably on the other wig head, because this one, oh, it doesn't matter too much, because only the bangs need to be appropriate for my head. My Maria wig! It's a lot more pink in real life, but you can't really see that on camera here. Can't really see that well. I'll brush it a little bit so it looks a little nicer. But this is my Maria wig. From Maria from Arakawa Under the Bridge. And this one is not a lace front wig. So for those of you who were wondering what's the difference, this has the lace, my Sophie wig. My Maria wig does not have lace. It just has a hairline like this, where the hair just sticks out like that. But because she has bangs too, it doesn't matter too much, and she doesn't wear her hair like behind her ears. So I can hide that hairline a little bit more. But this is my Maria wig. It's a lot more pink in real life, I swear. It looks very light pink. It is light pink, but not that light. It's not like white white pink. It's a little more pink in real life. Although it is very light. It's a little lighter maybe than I would have wanted it to be. But it's not bad. It's a good wig. It's actually, fun fact, in almost 15 years of cosplaying, it's my first pink wig. My first actually pink wig that I'm gonna be wearing. I've never cosplayed a character with pink hair. That's crazy. It's my first pink wig. I've never been pink. So it's gonna be my first time being pink. I'm excited. I'm very excited. But yeah, again, I got my wigs, both of them, from Wig is Fashion. You get them in these beautiful little bags, so they stay nice. And yeah, they're good wigs, very good quality wigs. So yeah, I'm happy with how it's styled so far. Needs a little bit of tweaking. You can already see like the hairspray is hardened, so it should stay in shape a little bit better now. But it doesn't really look like there's a lot of hairspray in there, so it's all good. Yippee! Anyway, that's gonna be it for me for today. I cosplayed anime characters for 15 years, and I never did pink. Yes, I have never cosplayed a pink character. I did have purple. Of course I had purple. I had a lot of purple, actually. But I never had pink. Fun fact. I've also never had green? No, I have done green. I've been Officer Jenny from Pokemon. But I haven't had a lot of green. I've had a lot of blonde. A lot of blonde. Most of the characters I cosplay are blonde or happen to be blonde. I have a lot of blonde wigs. Like, really a lot of them. The first wig you used was pink, really? I had a really low budget pink wig at one point, but I just bought it for fun and I didn't use it for a cosplay, so I've never cosplayed a pink-haired character. I haven't worn a lot of pink in cosplay either way. A lot of them were blonde or had purple hair. Had a lot of purple hair as well. Most of them blonde though. And that's not gonna change this year. I'm gonna cosplay Zelda. I'm gonna cosplay a blonde Minun. I'm gonna cosplay Nikaido from Dorohedoro, who's also blonde. So it's still the streak of blonde cosplays. Oops. Oh well. Eh. But this is her. Sophie. From this bed we made. She looks best like this. Looks closest like this. So we'll keep her like this. Ta-ta! Ta-ta! I hope you learned something from how I style my wigs. And if you didn't, I hope it was just a fun watch. Just a fun time watching the stream. I'm glad I found out how to stream this because I really wanted to do this. I'm glad I found the space, even though I have to rebuild my entire space here right now. So, oops. But I'm glad we did it. I'm glad we got it done. It was a good one. How do I make room to store all these wigs? Most of them don't have like super intense styling. Like this one I would just put back in a bag and then like kind of fix this when I wear it again. Stuff like Maria as well. I keep them in the bags that I have them in even after they are styled. And I have them in a very big box under my bed. But I don't store all of them here. Some of them are at my Mama Star spaceship because I don't have space for all of them. Oops. But yeah, that. So I keep most of them under my bed. It's becoming increasingly harder and harder to store all my cosplays though. So there's cosplay fabrics that are just in the middle of my room right now. Unfortunately, I don't have the space for it. One day, I will have a bigger spaceship. And it will be a great success. And I will have all the space for all the cosplays that I want. And I can store them all beautifully. Display them. No, probably not display them, but store all of them in a separate closet. Hang all of them instead of put them in boxes. But most of them are in boxes. Some big ones are kept at my Mama Star spaceship. Like my Mandalay cosplay is kept there. Mama Star's keeping that one for me. Because it's very big. And older cosplay, she's also keeping them. I have most of my recent ones here though. Because, you know, I might want to wear them again. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, what a fun time. I had a great time. I hope you guys also had a great time. I will be going now, but I will be back again tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Same time as today, 8 p.m. my time, Central European Summertime. That's afternoon for my friends on the west side of the world, and middle of the night for my friends on the east side of the world. And it's gonna be an exciting stream because Miko and I are returning to Split Fiction, and we're finishing the game tomorrow. Whee! It's gonna be the end of Split Fiction tomorrow. We're gonna enter the subconscious. I'm excited. I can't wait. It's, what am I, Italian? It's, yeah. I'm excited. I'm very excited to see the end of Split Fiction. I hope you guys are too. I'm trying to talk with my hands. Is that visible? Do you see that I'm trying really hard to like hold your attention by talking with my hands? Anyway, Split Fiction, it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. You guys better be there for the finale or for Miko. And I'll see you guys all there. Until then, I'll be seeing you guys on the Twitters, the TikToks, the Discords, and the Instagrams. And until then, wait. Oh wait, I'm showing my age. Wait, I should do it like this. Like the cool kids. And until then, I'm gonna go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.